everyone. You are welcome to the second edition of the Primavera and MS Project Masterclass. Today we are going to look at project structuring. Now, let's look at the scope of project structuring. When you take project structure, or when you look at the project structure, the structure of every project has gotten two divisions. We have the enterprise project structure, which is the EPS, and then the organization breakdown structure, which is the OBS. Let's define the enterprise project structure as well as the organizational breakdown structure. When you talk of enterprise project structure, the EPS, which is the enterprise project structure, describes the active total number of projects that a company is working on in a different discipline. For instance, a company B could be awarded a contract to build a processing plant for a mining company, and then the same company could also be awarded a contract to build a cheap compound clinic for a community by the government. So when you look at it, the same company is working on a project which is building a processing plant for a mining company, and then the same company is also building a cheap compound clinic for a community which is being awarded by the government. So the processing plant and then the cheap compound clinic describes or tells the total number of active projects that the company is working on. Let's look at the organizational breakdown structure. The organizational breakdown structure describes how the management within the company is structured. So over here, we can see the managing director lying on top down to the draftman. So each of these people or each of these positions are being assigned to a different people within the organization or within the management team. So we have the operations manager, we have the secretary, the finance officer, the safety officer, the quantity surveyor, the civil engineer, electrical engineer, and then the draftman. So this is the structure of the company, and it describes the organizational breakdown of that company. That is, it tells how the various positions or how the positions within the company are being arranged, like starting from the managing director down to the draftman. Let's look at the work breakdown structure. When you talk of work breakdown structure, the work breakdown structure, in other terms, we call it the WBS, shows how a main work is divided into sub works or activity. For instance, if a company is awarded a 6-unit classroom block, the 6-unit classroom block becomes the main work of the company or the main project which has been awarded by the company or to the company. However, the activities that are involved within that project, which is the sales unit classroom block, will be divided into sub-works such as site reconnaissance, survey, geotechnical investigations, etc., etc. So the sales unit classroom block is the entire project or the entire contract which has been awarded to the contractor. However, this project is going to be divided into sub-activities, and these activities is what we call the work breakdown structure, or the WBS. Let's also look at activity breakdown structure. The activity breakdown structure describe how the sub-works or the WBS are divided into various activities within the project entire cycle. So now, the WBS are also further divided into various activities. So let's see. We are building a house, or we are constructing a house. Let's look at some typical examples of the WBS. Now, we can divide the the process or the entire enterprise project structure or the entire contract into WBS. So we can talk of the internal works of the entire house. We can talk of the foundation of the house, how we are going to excavate the foundation, and then we can also talk of the exterior works of the house. Now, under the interior works, we can have the electrical wiring, which will be considered as an activity under main work, which is or a sub work, which is the interior works. And we can talk of the plumbing works. So under the WBS or work breakdown structure, which is the interior works, this has also been subdivided into activities, and we have the electrical wiring being one activity, and then the plumbing works being also another activity. Under the foundation, we can also talk about the foundation excavation as one activity, and then steel erection as also another activity with regards to the foundation. Now let's look at exterior works. Exterior works too, we can talk of plastering as as an activity under the WBS, which is the exterior works, and we can also talk of painting. So you can see that for each of these WBS, the project has been subdivided into activities. So the WBS is on top, and it has branches, or under each WBS we have a particular activity which will be performed under that WBS. So all these are the activities. Thank you, and keep watching and keep learning.